Hi everyone out there. I hope you can hear me well. Welcome this morning in our weekly CoffeeNOW event. My name is Karol Skalowski. I'm a senior ServiceNow solution consultant. As you can see, I'm not Adam, that was our previous host. Adam is on leave and I'm substituting him today. So we will change a little bit the schema of our meetings today. I hope you will be interested. I'm a representative of what ServiceNow calls employees and customer workflows. So I more work with final end users of ServiceNow instances. And I wanted to touch base on this, to tell you a little bit more how end users interact, how to make the experience of end users interaction with our fulfillment, service fulfillment in ServiceNow even more. So how to make them fall in love in ServiceNow more, therefore how to make them fall in love in your services that you're providing for the end users even more, because that's what matters, no? So if we can start with the presentation, and I want to touch base on what's called the Koo Model. Koo Model is one type of prioritization. It's commonly used for prioritizing backlogs and project topics when we're interacting with end users. So what Koo Model says is that we're dividing the end user's requirement. It's what we call basic expectations. So I do not even think that this functionality should or should not be there. It's base. No, it's obvious that it should be there. The ones that makes me satisfied. So yeah, I'm happy that it's there. I see an additional value in having there. I can imagine not having it. Yeah, but if it's there, I'm simply satisfied. And the ones that called delighters. So something that, you know, a cherry on the top of a cake. That wow, yeah, it's there, it's happening. And then Koo Model also says that these requirements depreciate in time. So what 5 years was a delighter, now it's a satisfier. What was 5 years ago a satisfier, now it's a basic expectation. And if we're thinking about phones, yeah, touch screen, 10 years ago, or maybe it was 15 years ago, a touch screen on a smartphone was a delight. Yeah, they have the touch screen. Yeah, I can interact with my phone in a new way. Now it's a basic expectation. No, we cannot imagine that there can be a smartphone without a touch screen. No, a 5G. Now it's a delighter. It's a satisfier probably. No, delighter is all this AI. AI enhancement of our photos, of our videos, etc. So they clearly depreciate in time. And the same happens with ITSM class or more in general, ITIL class software. ServiceNow 10 years ago was a hype because it allows to fulfill services in another way. Now our end users are having 10 years experience with ServiceNow. They expect a little more. Yeah? They expect a little more. So today I want to talk with you about a little delighters. Also, the Koo Model says that these delighters can be achieved so that the high satisfaction level can be achieved with fairly low investments or small investments. No, not as high investments as basic expectations. So I want to showcase you a couple of delighters that you can introduce in your ServiceNow instance, so the end user experience will be much better. No? Because let's imagine end users that are having that are end user of our ITSM or customer service management services on ServiceNow. Yes, I can raise issues, and they will be. I want them to be quickly resolved. Yeah, if so, from the technical perspective, on ServiceNow instance, I need to have this application, that application. It's good that I have CMDB, everything's connected and everything's work well. And as an end user, I expect that this will be working well. Yeah, I sign up agreement with my internet provider. I sign up agreement with another service provider, and it's in the contract. I expect that this will be working well. So I'm satisfied when you, as my service provider, is providing this service that we agreed. And I won't be like super happy that it's happening. It's in the contract. It should happen. I will be not happy if it's not happening. So the idea that we're simply fulfilling services for our end user is a basic expectation or satisfier according to Koo Model. What we're looking here now is delight. Delighters we often should find in a way we're interacting with. Interacting with our end user. So how we usually interact with end user. First of all is emails. Yeah, one of the basic interaction with our end user is email. And what I'm showcasing right now in this slide is default ServiceNow layout of email branding. And I found out that many customers, when they see it, they said, okay, my company is not called Now. My company is not based in Santa Clara. So I will not be using this layout. I will inform my customers about their issues. So I will send the notification without this layout, because this is not the layout of my company, and they do not create new layouts. Yeah? So very often I can see that end user of ServiceNow is receiving an email from account that is called IT Service Desk, because this is the default name of the email account, in Arial, font size 10, black, saying that, yeah, hello Karol, we fulfilled your request. Here is the link. Thank you very much, your IT service desk. And it's okay. Yeah, you fulfilled. My provider fulfilled the service, informed me about this. But then, if we want this interaction to be to touch these delighters, why not to use the email branding? Yeah? It's so simple to even configure this default ServiceNow layouts, or change the name of the email account to your company service desk. Even like that will be much better than IT service desk. That there's plenty of IT service desk outside on the world. So I encourage everyone to touch base a little bit on the layouts. It's not very difficult. There is an HTML editor based within the layout record. So the HTML file, if you right click, you can customize it pretty well. You can even take the original ServiceNow layout, customize it, change the branding, change the logo, the background color, and that will be it. It will be much better. If I will receive email, you fulfilled service to me, my router was broken, I don't know, my computer was not working properly, and I'm super satisfied that it happened in no time, one day, and it's already done according to the contract. But then you inform me also nice way, yeah, hey Karol, it was so good to interact with you. Now everything's fulfilled. Thank you so much. Maybe put a little survey in the bottom to ask how much am I satisfied with it. So email branding is really something there that end user are appreciated. It's also much quicker to find particular information, important information in the email if there's styling. Something is bold, something. Some font size is bigger. There's colors, of course, not too much. Yeah, please not to use too many colors. But yeah, it's much better to look at this kind of notification than to plain Arial font size 10 text. Also, I encourage you to change the name of your email account from IT Service Desk to your branded email, to your branded company. Also, you can change the name of the from field. So if your company is called your company and the ServiceNow instance is your company ServiceNow.com, you will be receiving emails from such email. You can spoof the emails. Spoofing is whitelisting the certain domain to use other names. So if my company is mycompany.com, I can receive email from service desk that says support@mycompany.com. There will be no ServiceNow name in the email. That interaction will be much easier. No, for the end user, I will not be thinking, okay, I'm interacting with this company, or I am interacting with ServiceNow. I don't need to think about this. No, there's single name. So there is a way to really use that. I have even know a couple of customers that they substitute the from field in the emails depending on what's the queue. So for cases, for incidents, for changes, there's different one, and I can reply to that. There's much of logic that you can write on that you can create on inbound emails and really hide this ServiceNow brand and expose your brand, which really matters. No, which really matters because you want your end users to be satisfied with the services that your brand gives to them. So emails, definitely take a look at that. Take a look how do they look on the end user side, and use a little bit of that. So email, email is one kind of interaction. Another one is employee service center, and I'm so happy that already for some releases, ServiceNow introduced the employee service center instead of its service portals. Because the centralized way of communication for all my issues that can be resolved through ServiceNow, this really matters. The least diverse, there are different sites that I need to enter, to raise tickets here, to raise a ticket for a leave there, to check for the benefits plans there. We all have this experience that something's on the SharePoint, something's on another intranet. There's one site for that, and there's another site for that. No, we don't want it. As an end user, I can say to you, and I think everyone could say this, that we don't want too many channels of communication, centralized channel of communication. But this channel of communication needs to be working. No, it needs to be easy to interact for end user. And Employee Service Center by ServiceNow, this is something that can be achieved. That this interaction, this easiness of interaction, can be achieved. So taxonomy really matters. If you have Employee Service Center, pay attention to what's the menus, what's the available menus there. So the taxonomy, so it will be easy for end user to interact. I want to find something, regarding incident. I want to find something regarding my HR issues, and it needs to be easy for them to find. So the search feature, the taxonomy, the mega menu, what ServiceNow calling the mega menu, needs to be there. No, so it's not enough only to switch on the Employee Service Center. Pay attention to how end user will be interacting this. Now there's mega menu. This is the top bar there that really catches attention of employee. And the first thing I want to do is I want to review what's there. And this needs to have a logic. No, this taxonomy, this division needs to have a logic, so end user will know how to interact with this. And once it's done, I can assure you that Employee Service Center will be a portal that the end users will be returning to. I know for a fact that there are customers that have problems how to attract employees to Employee Service Center. No? So if they cannot find what they're looking for in the Employee Service Center, how can they be attracted? It doesn't make sense. No, so it needs to be easy to interact. It needs to be easy for end users to find information what they need, and this what taxonomy features on Employee Service Center, the mega menu, can give you. Yeah. So yet another way of communicating with end user is the engagement messenger. That's really something, in my opinion, especially for instances that run the customer service management. So what's the engagement messenger. So engagement messenger is it can be embedded chat, embedded feature that you can embed in an iframe on any portal, on absolutely any portal. So I have my company site, mycompany.com, yeah? And I'm infrastructure provider for and internet provider for accounts for different companies, for end users. No? So let's say I'm a telecom, or my clients are telecom, but and I'm fulfilling case issues on ServiceNow customer service portal. So my end user needs to go to my company site to check what's my offer, how they can buy products from me. But once they bought it, they need to go to a separate portal, customer service management portal, to raise issues, to order new things, to raise cases. So why to do this? No, why to, again, another way of diversifying the, making too many of interaction channels with the end users. So this is what ServiceNow understood, and they offers the engagement messenger. So engagement messenger, it's a iframe that can be built in almost any site, and it offers basically the functionalities of a CSM portal. You can review your cases. You can raise new cases. You can order a technician. You can chat with virtual agent or with live agent. You can interact with this engagement messenger as a guest user or logged in user if there's an identity provider between the login authenticator of your site and the ServiceNow. You can, so once you're as an end user, as a customer, you're logged into your service, your internet service provider account, and this identity provider is integrated with ServiceNow. You're automatically logged into ServiceNow, and you can interact with what you could interact CSM portal through engagement messenger. You can brand it even better. You can use emojis or different features for interaction. Several messages, including the HTML, pictures, almost everything that you can imagine can be built in this chat feature or review feature of your tickets. Great way to, first of all, shorten the contact between your end user and your company, so they don't need to look for yet another portal to raise cases, to raise issues, etc. Everything is more centralized, and it gives a great impression because it can be branded up to your company. So you're not limited to the branding that CSM portal offers. You can brand it according to how your company looks, and again, you hide this ServiceNow brand, you expose your brand, which really matters. We as a service provider, it really matters that end users are satisfied with the services that my company brings to them. It currently works with CSM and ITSM. I think there's way more opportunities to interact with CSM, as CSM is for the external customers. And internal customers, they have employee center, which is really fine, which is really good, as I told you in the previous slides. For CSM, there's really a lot of opportunities, since also you can mimic almost every possibility, every functionality that is there on the CSM portal. So a great way to engage with your customers even better and leave them with this delightful experience of service provision. Okay, another way of communication is integration with Teams. Maybe obvious for many, but definitely underutilized. No, Especially important for this employee workflow, ITSM or HR service delivery, can be integrated with virtual agent, but not only. Later I will tell you about also integration with whole Microsoft 365. So right now, integration with Teams is substituted with integration with Microsoft 365, which gives a little bit more. So let's imagine I'm an end user of ITSM or HR service delivery. Most probably my company is using Teams. Yeah, I talk on Teams with my colleagues. I have a calls on Teams. There's so much interaction, daily interaction, that I use Teams for. And but when I need to raise an issue, when I need to raise a ticket, I have to go to another interface, employee service center, which is, yeah, I told you, which is fine. But if we have the opportunity to narrow down this gap, to get rid of this yet another interface, why not to do this? So integration with virtual agent. I can raise ticket, I can write to a ServiceNow bot about anything. If the ServiceNow bot will not be able to help me, will transfer me to live agent, but I remain in the same environment, in the same Teams environment, yeah? And answering all the questions, talking, sharing information through Teams, through the interface that I use on a daily basis. So it will be much better. And since virtual agent will be always the bot that will pick up first, there's more opportunities to utilize built-in virtual agent topics to deflect unwanted issues as incidents or requests, because virtual agent will help end users to fulfill their request on their own. Of course, if they're matching if this is matching the topic. So not only will it give end user a more delighted experience, more seamless experience, it will also help to limit the number of issues, number of tickets that are raised, and with a need of fulfillment for our agents. Another great experience of utilizing Teams integration is issue autoresponder. No? So issue autoresponder is a feature that basically allows for incidents. Right now, it works for incidents or various HR cases to be picked up first by virtual agent, and virtual agent scans the short description of the ticket and matches if there's existing topic. So the virtual agent can pick it up and start the conversation instead of letting the live agent to pick up this topic and exhaust the manual work. So if this is, I can send issue via email, I can use the employee center portal or through chat. And the first instance of agent that will pick up this will be virtual agent. So let's imagine I have this workflow that I send email with, hey, I know how to raise a parental leave ticket, how to ask for parental leave, and virtual agent picks it up. Checks that there is an existing topic, and starts conversation with me. So if I raise the ticket via email, it can send me the email saying, hey, go to the employee service center, I will be talking with you. Or it can write to me directly on Teams saying, hey, I can see that you sent this email with such topic, and yeah, I can help you with this. Let's answer a couple of questions and so on. Okay, there's a question: does this integration require any additional licensing? So the Teams integration requires integration hub with Teams SPOC. Also, it will require a subscription. It will consume a subscription on the Microsoft side. So yes, that requires integration hub. Depending on your ITSM or HR subscription that you have, you may have different tier of integration hub. Teams is available as one of the basic spokes, so that will work fine. There's also a limit on integration hub. There's also a limit on transactions. The basic limit is 1 million transaction. So you can you have to figure out if that's something suitable for you or not. Also pay attention that this can consume also subscription on the Microsoft side. You can review with your Microsoft subscription how does this work. So integration with Teams for the end user is really important, because there will be this what I call yet another interface, which I really don't like. Now the plenty of interfaces is too many. Another example is for the agent themselves. No, so let's imagine that you're working on a major incident or a problem. You can set up a collaboration task, invite your colleagues that will help you work on this on this ticket. Automatic call is started. In the chat, tickets are shared. They can be even displayed, a little banner with the most important information behind the ticket. Everything is recorded. There's transcription feeded back to the ServiceNow that you can review later. Because anyway, we will be talking with our colleagues on Teams trying to resolve this incident. Yeah, so why not to let the ServiceNow automatize it? I think it's a really great example. You can integrate Teams with, for example, workplace service delivery. Yeah, when you're managing your, if you're letting ServiceNow managing your office, setting up meeting rooms. Booking conferences that will automatically trigger a Teams calendar event, so people can. So this will be a hybrid meeting. People can attend in person. People can attend through Teams. Teams integration will work very fine for such topics because anyway, you're probably using your Teams, you're probably using your Microsoft calendar to book rooms anyway. And another example of ServiceNow for 365 integration is embedded service portal in the Teams. Yeah? So you have the app ServiceNow for 365, and Employee Center can be displayed there. Or even more, if you're working through Microsoft 365 and you're using, for example, Teams Online or Outlook Online, in the left top corner you have this dotted menu when you can review all apps like Excel and another Microsoft apps, Microsoft Office apps. So Employee Service Center, so through ServiceNow for Microsoft 365 will be there. It will be embedded in your Microsoft 365 environment. So again, we're getting rid of this yet another interface. Yeah, everything's integrated. That's really what matters. And I think this is a great example of how ServiceNow really pays attention to this end user experience and letting it be more smooth. Yeah, less thinking about where to go to find suitable information, etc. So basically, the topics that I talked through are pretty easy to achieve in ServiceNow. Yeah, there's default integrations for them. They just require configuration. Of course, they require some licenses depending on what your current subscription status is for your instance. They will consume transactions through integration hub, but that's the reality behind ServiceNow. But they're easy to configure. So with relatively easy investment, relatively small investment, you can achieve this, smooth experience on the end user. So end user will not need to think about, okay, where to go to raise this ticket, where to go to raise another ticket. I received this information. What should I do now? It will be provided to them directly. Yeah? As an end user, I want to feel cared for. As an end user, I want to feel satisfied with the services that you're delivering through ServiceNow. And these little delighters that I presented to you today, I hope, and I know for a fact from a couple of customers that they are achieving these results, that they are achieving this super satisfaction of end user, and they're much happy to prolong contract with you, much happy to ask for more services from you if this working is just fine. So thank you for today being with me. I hope you liked it, and we're here with SPOC on the next week, Coffee Now with SPOC. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.